This is probably one of the top 12, so the top dozen of all storms ever seen on this planet with the satellite or in person. That's how big this is. It is not as deep as Gilbert and Wilma in the Atlantic, but the wind speeds are higher than those storms because the eye is so small.
Bandang alas 4 ng madaling araw, naglandfall ang bagyong Yolanda sa Giwan, Eastern Samar. Pero hanggang Tacloban City, ramdam na ang hagupit ng malakas na hangin dala ng bagyo.
Nandito tayo ngayon sa may pier ng Tacloban at napakalakas na ng hangin pero hindi pa po tumatama ang sentro ng bagyo dito sa bahagi ng Tacloban.
Ito pasado alas 6 ng umaga, nasa kalye malapit sa downtown Tacloban ang reporter naming si Atong Arroyo at nag-uulat ng live sa umagang kay ganda.
At kasalukuyan na ang binabayo ng malakas na hangin itong syudad. Dito na tayo sa mga gilid ng mga building para makapagkubli ng konti. Pero sa ngayon, kailangan ko lang ilarawan sa inyo yung nararamdaman nating lakas ng hangin dito. Napakalakas at kung mapapansin nyo nga halos wala na tayong makita dahil doon sa kasama niyang ulan.
Okay guys. 2 hours later, the winds had lost their lethal strength. Our live position was a ruined shell, but as we walked outside, it was immediately clear that so much of this city had suffered so much more than we had. Andrew Stevens, CNN, Tacloban City, Central Philippines.
The scale of the destruction in Tacloban is almost unimaginable. Even now, almost 1 week after the typhoon, the streets are still lined with debris and dead bodies. If you move off the main drag that leads into town, many of the roads remain completely blocked by rubble, timber, corrugated iron, cars, lorries, shipping containers even, that have been upended or torn apart. City officials told me that as many as 2,000 residents from this community alone may have died. Among them was Mr. Rogelio Esperas, a local driver and father of 4, who was killed last Friday while trying to save his daughters from the storm. His wife, Melissa, told me that her family had been watching television when the wall in their sitting room collapsed. Mr. Esperas managed to free his daughters from the debris, but was hit by a piece of falling concrete and was unable to escape. He subsequently drowned when seawater invaded the community. With the government almost entirely paralysed by the sheer scale of this disaster, nobody came to their assistance. Instead, Mr. Esperas' wife was forced to store his dead body inside a tiny mud-caked toilet, just a few metres from where he had died. Once the bodies have been collected, they are placed in black body bags and taken to a mass grave on the edge of town. Those burials are expected to last for weeks. The day after I met Mr. Esperas' wife, I flew out of Tacloban on an American military plane that was packed with refugees who were fleeing the city. Thousands of people are now running away, and many say they have no idea when they will be able or willing to return to this broken city. Mr. Esperas' wife is set to join that exodus. With no house and no husband, she plans to go to the capital to try and start again.
Tantos de ustedes han perdido todo.
So many of you have lost everything.
Yo no sé qué decirles.
I don't know what to say to you,
Él sí sabe qué decir.
but the Lord does know what to say to you.
Tantos de ustedes han perdido parte de la familia.
Some of you have lost part of your families.
Solamente guardo silencio
All I can do is keep silence.
y los acompaño con mi corazón en silencio.
And I walk with you all with my silent heart.